Hi, it's me again with Corel Drill Tips and Tricks. And today I've been kind of playing with patterns, and I made a couple of videos. And I just made a video using this object, and it was about. And if you didn't watch it, it's about I think I called it a clone or not, because this is like a river run through it. I thought, that'd be the pretty good start for a pattern. So I'm gonna do that right there and make a different pattern and just keep playing with it. All I did was use the transformation docker. Yours might say the transformation. Mine says transform. I'm just going to use the 3-point curve. And basically all I'm going to do is just stop the smart fill from going anywhere. And I'm going to use my smart fill. I'm going to fill that in. And I'm going to nudge it over. I'm going to left click, no fill, right click, outline. I'm going to open up the contour docker, and I'm going to contour it 0.15 to the inside. I'm going to get rid of my lines here that I just drew so they won't be in the way. I'm going to grab that, I'm going to break the contour apart, and I'm going to nudge that over, and this is how quick this is, and just double click, move that rotation of that item to the center. A lot of times if you don't hit the X, you get that. We're going to do the exact same thing. Now, how did I get these two colors on my subject? Well, they're two different pieces. And I just did it with the Smart Fill tool and circle. So I'm going to hold down the control button and hit P. And I'm going to hold down the shift button and bring this in a little bit. Then I'm going to control D and make a duplicate. Then hold down the control or the shift key just to get inside all that stuff. I'm going to control D again. It's going to make a small circle, but I can hold down the shift key and enlarge it to the outside. Then this is all I did to make two, and laser engravers can't really do this. We could do this with grays and stuff, but this would be a cool pattern as it is. But I'm going to get the Smart Fill tool and I'm going to fill this in with yellow. I'm going to nudge it out of the way. I'm going to change my Smart Fill to, let's make it green. And then you add those two. And for a printer or a sublimation person, that'd be a pretty good way to make a design. The hairline, I think, is so small it doesn't even affect it. And you could do multiple colors. You could keep adding rings. And this, I'm not saying anybody's ever going to do this, but it's kind of fun to play with. Control D and make a duplicate. Bring that ring in. Control D and make another duplicate of it. Bring it in again. Well, evidently I didn't control D. So now we could do as many colors as we want. Let's just kind of zoom in on part of it. Let's make the first one green and move it out of the way. Let's make the second one brown. Oh, the rings are going to stop it. Now you could still do that. So let's make, don't want that ring, want this ring. I hit delete instead of the right arrow button. Now you could still, because there are 3 parts to this graphic, basically the outside, the inside, and the outside again. Let's just see if we can't do it. Let's do it as something we could tell. Let's do it in a red. So let's grab that one, and that one. Let's see if we can't pick them all without picking anything else. And we did, we got 3 objects. Control G and make a group of them. Turn that into the center. And open back up I should have never closed it. I get in a bad habit of closing stuff. And then nudge that over. Now the only disadvantage in that, you can't really just nudge it over. We're going to have to, one thing you could do, just real quickly, is put no outline, grab our items and move them over there. And then you'd have to do no outlines on them again. And then Control D and make a duplicate and move it back. And then put outlines and get rid of the red and do these. Let's do it. Let's just play one more time. Let's use a totally different color this time. Let's use blue. So basically there's 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Hold down the shift key and grab them. Control G to group them. Turn your rotation in the center and do the same thing. Now we're going to have to get rid of the outline again and the red. But, you know, this might, and I hate my videos being long, but let's just do this real quick. Edit, find and replace, find object, edit query. We're going to find a uniform fill. Check that, go down and get your eyedropper tool. Find that blue. Okay. Find all. Now it's grouped them. And we should be able to nudge them over. Tell you what, let's control G them. Now we should be able to nudge them. Whoop, I didn't get it. Let's do that again. Find all. I don't know why you can't just nudge it over. That circle means you're selecting them. There's got to be a way to find them and move them. Let's do it one more time. Find all. Maybe we can move them manually. Yes. But you don't really want to do that because we're not going to be able to get them in that right spot. Tell you what, we can move them. Now let's delete all this. We're going to need to group this together, Control G, and then hit P because I draw in the center of the page. And for a printer of sublimation person, that'd be a pretty cool design. I would change the brown to something a little different, but well, that'd be 2 blues together. Anyway, just kind of a fun project. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.